Welcome to QCC's Face the Region. Face the Region is produced by Quinsigamond Community College to assist our region in attaining educational, economic, and personal prosperity. Now, here's your host, WCRN's Hank Stoltz.
Good afternoon, I'm Hank Stoltz, and this is QCC's Face the Region on News and Talk Radio, AM 830 WCRN. Today we're going to be talking about the QCC Foundation and also about a fundraiser that they have coming up, a way that you can get involved in that. Joining us is the president of the QCC Foundation Board, Larry Morrison is here, and also the president of the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce, Jeannie Hebert. She is also the clerk secretary of the Foundation Board. Thank you both for coming here today.
Thank you, Hank.
Good to be with you.
Well, Larry, let me start with you, if I could, please give me just an overview of the foundation, of the great work that you do in the community.
Foundation is made up of 19 volunteers on the board of directors. It's a 30-year-old organization. It is separate completely from the college, but our mission is to develop and promote resources that help the college to help the community. We feature mainly the awarding of student scholarships. We do this in part through an annual golf tournament that's coming up, in fact, on September 21st. And over the years, we've raised approximately $300,000, and we try to maximize the use of those scholarships. And that's because, odd as it may seem to some people, $250 can make the difference in a student's career, whether to have to stand out for a semester or to keep going in the pursuit of an accreditation or a certification or a degree. And so we are devoted to students. The 19 of us on the board feel that with about 9,000 students, we have 9,000 bosses, and we try to serve each of them all of the time.
Larry, I want to follow up just for a moment about what you said, because I think that's so powerful, that $250, not a huge amount of money, but can really make that difference to somebody. You've seen this, where they have stayed in school, and the $250 in their scholarship was the difference.
That's right. Let me tell you that I know a woman who used to live in her car. Her car couldn't go very far, and the best you could say for that automobile was that it kept the rain off her. She got a scholarship to Quinsigamond Community College. She studied. She earned her degree. She matriculated to Clark University, earned her bachelor's degree, earned her master's degree. Right now, she is working on her doctorate at Harvard. Harvard's only 45 or 50 miles from here in Worcester, which is farther than that car could take her. Instead, with a scholarship from this college, she took herself to Harvard.
Wow. Isn't that, I mean, that really is amazing. Jeannie, as we were just saying, I mean, that is very, very powerful to hear those stories. How did you get involved with the foundation?
Well, I got involved with the foundation basically because I'm very interested in the community and getting education throughout the community. And QCC has that same mission. They're not just sitting in Worcester. They're reaching out with their fingers to central Massachusetts as a whole. As you know, they have the Southbridge campus, which has been very, very successful. And we had some classes going many years ago in the Blackstone Valley. And we're resurrecting that program and very, very close to opening a campus right in Northbridge in the Blackstone Valley. So we're using Southbridge as a template, and as president of the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce, we're really working hard on that program. The college has met with the superintendents in the valley, and they have some dual enrollment programs that they're working on, which is very valuable. They have those programs already in Tantascwa, right in the Sturbridge area, and we'd like to duplicate that here as well. And these are programs where the high school students can graduate with college credit. I mean, it's amazing.
No, that's terrific. So you've really seen the power of these partnerships that you have in the community.
Very much so. And that's exactly the way to put it. It's a partnership. QCC looks out into the community and develops programs where they need to be, and they do custom curriculums too, especially in our area. The Blackstone Valley is the birthplace of the American Industrial Revolution, as we all know. So we've got a lot of manufacturing going there. QCC listens and works with manufacturers and the industry and entrepreneurs and develops curriculums that they can teach to these students so that they can get into the workforce. So it's like higher level workforce training, which is terrific. There are many students that are turned off by college. They're not, we find in the Blackstone Valley, there are some that have no idea that they want to go to college. I mean, they just feel it's out of reach for them. So we've been working with Quinsigamond Community College to educate them in a way so that they know that this is reachable. And we're working with the employers as well, because they can help, and they have pledged that they will help to fund their education while they're working. And then the students on their own would say, well, wait a minute, maybe I do want to get a degree. I got a certificate, so now I'm working here, I'm earning a living, but my employer will pay half if I pay half. And now I can get a degree and I can work up the ladder. We have people like Bill DiBenedetto, who is now the CEO of Lampin Corporation in Uxbridge. He started out with a high school education, that was it, working on cars. Started working as a mechanic in a machine shop. His employer saw the potential, sent him to school. He got his first degree. He ended up graduating from WPI and now is CEO of Lampin Corporation. So when you have someone like that come and speak to the students in the high school, you've already got them on a track to education. And Quinsigamond Community College is the natural track for them to follow.
Boy, that's terrific. Hey, straight ahead, and Jeannie, Larry, thanks for such a great start about the foundation and some of the great work you do, really putting the community in Quinsigamond Community College. Coming up, let's talk about some of the specific programs. You know, we have the RISE program, of course, we have the Guardians, so many great things, and we'll tell people a little bit more about how they can get involved in this great golf tournament coming up and help support the QCC Foundation. I'm Hank Stoltz. This is Face the Region on News and Talk Radio, AM 830 WCRN. QCC's Face the Region continues on News and Talk Radio, AM 830 WCRN. Today we're talking about the QCC Foundation, also telling you about their great golf tournament, which is coming up at Cyprian Keys in Boylston. Larry Morrison, the president of the board, is here with us, as is the clerk and secretary of the board, Jeannie Hebert. She is also, of course, the president of the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce. Larry, there's so many great things that the foundation supports, and as you said, the foundation works closely with the college. It is not a part of the college, though, as you are out, raising these funds. The RISE campaign. Let's start there.
Sure. The RISE campaign, RISE, stands for Regional Investment in Service and Education, and it is a current $5 million goal capital campaign. It is chaired by Sue Mailman, who is a member of the board of the Quinsigamond Community College Foundation. She is president of the Coughlin Electrical Contractors in Worcester, and she is chair of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce Board. And the campaign is roaring right along. We aim for $5 million. We're at $3.25 million already. We only began in October of 2014. And the funds will be devoted to projects and permanent installations in Worcester, Blackstone Valley and Milford, Marlborough and South County, including specifically Southbridge. And the money is already being put to use. If you'll just think of the old T&G building at 20 Franklin Street, it's different now. It's a downtown campus of Quinsigamond Community College, and it is focusing on health care. Meanwhile, as Jeannie has said, the Blackstone Valley is moving along toward a campus in its own right. In Marlborough, there is already high school and college, Quinsigamond Community College, dual credit, a program online with the high school there. And in Southbridge, it is physically, literally at its maximum. And there are students there who actually walk to college. It's at the old American Optical
great.
campus, now the Southbridge Business Center. And it is emblematic of the college's business-like approach. Too often people think of colleges and faculties as sort of pointy-headed, theoretical, well, we'll have to talk about that. And their idea of FAST is in about 2 or 3 years after next summer school is over. Not at Quinsigamond. It is a business operation with community action at its heart. And who are the students who go through? Well, a couple kinds, at least. One is the student who, let's see, gets a certificate in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. And every one of us is grateful for paying triple time on July 4th to that certified Quinsigamond Community College student. Another kind, I will mention her name, Dr. Sandra Laney. She's from Spencer, Massachusetts. She went to David Prouty High School. She lived over her family's business on Route 9. The family's business, a grocery and a gas station. It's still there. After she graduated from David Prouty, she came to Quinsigamond Community College. She thought she would become a graphic designer. And she danced around the science requirement for graduation. One day, as she tells it, a professor sat her down and said, "Listen, kiddo, you have just got to do this." So she did it, and it was a real science course, not one of those physics for poets sorts of things. And she fell in love with the precision of science. She graduated from Quinsigamond. She got her bachelor's degree at Smith. She then pursued a master's, and then in a sister relationship with Smith University at a university in Egypt, she earned her a PhD in virology. Well, along the way, she was a special assistant to Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She was a senior staff member of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and has moved to another foundation, and she holds, having come from Spencer, Massachusetts, worldwide responsibilities in healthcare. And she is an outstanding example of the Guardians, who are 50 in number, because the college is now celebrating its 50th anniversary. The Guardians are so named because of the college's mascot, the wyvern. A wyvern is a sort of a mythical, not sort of, actually is a mythical creature. It's funny about mythical creatures. You can talk about them, you can even draw a picture of them, but they don't exist, except they do exist, it does, at Quinsigamond Community College, where the idea is to guard and support the community at large. That's what the college is about.
Boy, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Jeannie, as we're listening to Larry talking, we're talking about the QCC Foundation today on QCC's Face the Region. These are some lofty goals, $5 million, the expansion that we're talking about, even the stories of these 50 guardians. It's really amazing. Your view, $5 million, and as Larry said, much of this development happening down in your neck of the woods as the president of the Blackstone Chamber.
Yeah, 25 years we've been trying to get this off the ground, and we've never been this close. So we're very, very excited. We're excited for all of the programs at Quinsigamond Community College because there are students in just about every community that can take advantage of QCC. There's online courses as well, so you can get your degree online, and there are courses that are done in conjunction with other colleges. I know that there's a partnership developed through Nichols College, which is in my neck of the woods as well. So we're very, very excited about the strides, what's going on. So it's not always brick and mortar. It's because we do a lot of things virtually. I do a lot of work in my jammies.
No, very, very true.
Yeah.
Well, even the idea, of course, of the wyvern as this protector,
there you go.
and you're coming back to this mythical, dragon, but that is also a protector in the way in which people become involved and become the guardians. So, although you're talking about some of the things that you're able to do in your jammies, the fact is, though, is raising this $5 million, or what happened in downtown Worcester. For the old T&G building, there's a lot of spinoff, obviously, from QCC that is fueling the economy
Exactly.
here in central Massachusetts.
Very much so. It's turning Worcester into a college town. It really is, which is terrific. It's going to be a vibrant area downtown. And they're not just book learning. There's also a lot of other things going on. They also have arts. They're doing a lot of dramatic arts. There's a new dramatic arts program that's being developed at Quinsigamond Community College, and also partnerships with some of our cultural organizations, even like WICN, the NPR station downtown, which is, kind of small, but it's, the studio's right there, so it's easy for the kids. And those students may work at CRN.
You never know,
You
right
know?
there in the printer's building, and it is that
Exactly.
hands-on, and it keeps coming back to these partnerships.
Exactly.
We'll talk more about that, but we'll talk about how you can become a partner too. I mean, the way in which you can become involved in the golf tournament is a very easy way to do that. We're going to talk about that straight ahead as QCC's Face the Region continues on News and Talk Radio, AM 830 WCRN. QCC's Face the Region rolls on News and Talk Radio, AM 830 WCRN. I'm Hank Stoltz, and I am joined by the president of the board of the QCC Foundation, Larry Morrison. And indeed, we're talking about the good work of the QCC Foundation today on Face the Region. Also, Jeannie Hebert is here with us, the clerk and secretary of the board, and also the president of the Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce. And Jeannie, as we're talking about all of these good works, and Larry as well, whoever wants to take this, but I was just talking about that $5 million with you and what a great goal that was. It's not as if that type of money hasn't been raised before, as if those goals haven't been met. We're really talking about more than $5 million.
We really are. Once you get down to it, QCC works very hard in writing grants and reaching out, and they've been recognized, and they've received some money in grants and also awards, which is going to grow that $5 million. The $5 million we're looking at is through the community. I think Larry can speak more to this and more in depth.
Sure. There are foundations, individual philanthropists, family trusts, and corporations march toward the $5 million success point. And while I'm on the matter of partnerships that Jeannie mentioned a few minutes ago, we partner in another way, and that is with leading figures throughout the area, the geographic area. We call them champions because that's what they are. They are very close to us. They are like ambassadors, and our students become ambassadors too. And a recent example is just last spring when Quinsigamond Community College students went to Kentucky for a world competition in robotics. And the team from right here won. World champions defeated a team from Auckland, New Zealand in robotics. And right from this college, world champions. Meanwhile, this same college is the only college in the world, community college, only one, that is a member, an elected member at that, of the Society of Biomedical Engineering. When you look at the membership list alphabetically, there's Purdue, Quinsigamond Community College, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, Yale, and of course the Polytechnic Institute of Berlin, and so forth. Those are examples of the level at
It's a
which
pretty good company.
right here on West Boylston Street and in Milford, Blackstone Valley, in Marlborough, and in Southbridge. That's the quality of the students, and that points in turn to the quality of the teaching and the quality of the tools, the facilities that the teachers have and the students have, and that is the point of the capital campaign for $5 million, to make it even better, not for ourselves, for the community at large.
Well, and that really, Jeannie, then comes back to what Larry was just talking about with these champions. I mean, so you have the guardians and the champions, and both guardians who have this connection, of course, of having
Right.
graduated from QCC
And
and then
you'd
gone
be
on to do
surprised.
wonderful things.
You'd be surprised at the prestigious people that started here at Quincy. Senator Mike Moore, he's a graduate. Representative Jim O'Day, Mayor Arthur Vigent, and Dan Moen, President and CEO of the Sisters of Providence Health System, and of course, Sandra Laney.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
we could go on and on. It's amazing. What I remember most about Quinsigamond 50 years ago is that it was thought of as like a catch basin for those that didn't do so well in high school, couldn't get into a real college, so you ended up at Quinsig. That's not true.
No, I know the
It's
rather
not true.
derogatory 13th
Right,
grade doesn't
yeah.
hold true when you're talking
Community
about
college, yeah.
Purdue and Berlin and Rensselaer.
Exactly. And I'm proud as a foundation board member that we helped to fund that program. And that's where the dollars go. I mean, it's a very, very good investment. It's not a dollar that's just worth 100 pennies. You know, it's a dollar that's worth so much more than that. So if you invest in Quinsigamond Community College, you get so much more back, even back to your community years later. So, you know, it's great. It's not community. It's not just, you know, as you said, the 13th grade.
Right, no, it really
Yeah.
is community. I mean, you know, community college really stands for something. Larry, if people want to, Jeannie talked about how she got involved as we began our conversation. People want to get involved with the foundation. Is there a way for them to do that?
Yep, there is. Our chief contact with the college is Liz Borg, B-O-R-G, Liz Borg. She is Assistant Vice President for Community Engagement at Quinsigamond Community College. They know her at the college switchboard, and contacting her will be the right first step.
Very, very good. So that would be. Is there anybody special that you're looking for? I mean, you know, there's certain kinds of backgrounds that you're. It seems to me people who want to be involved in the community, people who are interested in fundraising. I mean, that seems to be a large part of what the foundation does.
Well, y'all come with two footnotes. One is, and I'll just be blunt about it. This isn't about you. It's about the community. And the second footnote is, it's about the community.
Very good.
Get ready to push up your sleeves.
Roll up
You're gonna
and
be
get
just
ready
sitting there
to go and do
delegating.
some work.
You're going to be doing
I
some
like that. I
work.
think most people,
Yeah.
when they join a board or a
Yeah.
foundation, that's what they want. They want to help and they want to be a part of the community. That seems like a good place for us to leave it. Thanks for all of your good work. And folks, if you want to find out, of course, you know, the golf tournament, any of the other wonderful things, best place for folks to be able to do that is probably just to reach out to the QCC webpage. That's where all the information is each and every week about all the wonderful things that we talk about right here on QCC's Face the Region on News and Talk Radio, AM 830 WCRN. My great thanks to Larry Morrison and Jeannie Hebert for being here with us today on WCRN. Thank you.
This has been Quinsigamond Community College's Face the Region with your host, Hank Stoltz. Join us again next weekend on AM 830 WCRN.